Hello.
Hello.
Hi there. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing good. Let me just put my AirPods in just a second here.
Of course.
How are you, Catherine?
I am just great, Al. I feel like I know you. You're my morning buddy,
Well, thank you. Thank you.
just like the rest of America. And I was wondering, I saw you this morning. I was thinking, I wonder if Al's going to still have that blue boutonniere on.
Yes, ma'am.
There you go. Oh, that's great. Okay, we're ready to rock and roll. I love the
Okay, doke.
cookbook.
Thank
I
you.
love it all. And anyway, here we go.
Boom.
Okay. Hello, listeners. I'm Kathy Bernard. Welcome to the Grands Club, all things grandparenting. My guest is an American morning icon. He's the guy you probably have coffee with each day, catch up on the weather, have a few great laughs, and generally just gets the day off to a terrific start. Well, mine anyway. Yep. You've probably guessed it by now. Al Roker is here, and he's one busy guy. With his chef daughter, Courtney, Al has recently released a charming cookbook filled to the brim with comfort food recipes, aptly titled Al Roker's Recipes to Live By. And the icing on the cake, so to speak, is that he's a newly minted grandfather to a beautiful baby girl named Sky. Welcome, Al, to the Grands
Oh,
Club. Truly,
thank
the
you.
grandest club of all.
Thank you, Catherine. Appreciate it.
Oh, Al, now listen, before we dig into your beautiful cookbook, I just have to ask you what your grand name is. Did you come
Uh,
up with it, or are you
well, my
just waiting for Sky?
no, well, I'm going to try for Pop Pop. That's what my dad was to all of his grandchildren. So I'm going to try to keep that tradition alive.
Oh, I love Pop Pop. That fits you perfectly.
Thank you. Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see whether it takes or not.
Exactly, exactly. You never know what derivative is going to come out of that.
Yep.
I have a baby grandson who I believe was born just around where your little girl was in July of 23 as well. So it
Yeah.
really
Yep.
just warms my heart to see you on set with holding that baby girl.
She's a happy baby. She's the best.
Oh my gosh. Oh
She
my
really
gosh.
is. Just had her this weekend, and she's really special.
Oh, I know they steal your heart. It's a whole new world, isn't it? A new
That's for
journey.
sure. Oh
Oh
my
my
gosh.
Well, Al, I love your cookbook. It really
Thank
is
you.
an eye catcher. It's so colorful, it's easy to read, and I can actually understand the recipes.
Well, Courtney did a wonderful job of recipe development. The idea was my grandmother never wrote anything down. My mom didn't write anything down. And so the idea is let's do a cookbook. It was Courtney's idea. Let's do a cookbook, family, friends, create something that is a little bit of a legacy that Sky can hold on to, any other grandkids that come along. And so Courtney had to be a recipe detective, had to interview each of us, my siblings, friends, like what are the tastes? What went into it that best they could come up with? And she did that for a whole bunch of the recipes.
It's amazing. I actually made your sloppy joes last night. We should call them sloppy owls.
There you go. Well, that's what my mother used to call me.
That's sloppy joes. Oh, and I can't wait to make a few others like lemon meringue pie, short ribs, world's best chicken,
Yeah.
on and on. So it really, you came up with the idea because, or maybe Courtney did,
Yeah.
you really felt the importance of capturing, your family's food legacies.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, after a while, not to be maudlin, but when as folks pass and they haven't passed on their family recipe, they go away along with them. The memory's there, but how do you make it? How do you recreate it? And so much of our food experience growing up, I don't care who you are, I think the thing that we have in common is we have so many food memories growing up, whether it's your grandmother, your auntie, your uncles, your dad, or, family friends, those people who meant so much to you.
Oh, it's so true. And I understand that Courtney is a highly acclaimed chef in her own right. So,
Oh, absolutely. She's worked with a couple of Michelin-starred restaurants. She's done recipe development for a connected appliance company, and now she works for a small, a lovely like boutique private chef company called Tiny Spoon Chefs. And she's got like six or seven clients that she cooks for on a regular basis.
oh, wow. As a
Yeah.
private chef.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my. Wow. Uh, I'm always amazed at that.
I know.
I
Me
have a hard
too.
enough time putting, just dinner together.
Yeah. Yeah. And she gets to know the families and what they like, what they don't like, and so and she's really good at what she does.
Oh, and she really dug in, like you said, she was a detective, but she really did the nitty gritty, didn't she? Like you
Oh,
didn't
not
have
only
a
did
lot of written down recipes.
no, so she had to, there are 100 recipes in the book, and I'd say 75% of them were not written down. And like we got some from friends, we got some from some chef friends, but most of these were not written down. And beyond the recipes, when you look at the pictures in the book, and they are stunning, who found the photographer and she styled all the photos, all the food styling.
Well, each one, you just turn the page and it's like, ooh, I have many marked right here. Um, well, you touched on, we've talked about the legacy, but food is really a way to bring people together, don't you think? And
Oh,
create
absolutely.
memories.
Yeah, I mean, I think if more people would get together today over a meal, we would be a little less divided right now. So, I think it'd be great if everybody could invite one person they don't know to a meal. We'd be better off.
That's a wonderful idea. Maybe it can start a trend, huh?
Well, you never know.
Yeah, yeah, we need something, that's for sure. Um, so how did you all decide and hone in on these recipes? Because you've got a quite a number in this cookbook.
Well, we came up with about 130, 140, but if they didn't have a connection to our family, if they didn't have a story, they got mixed. And so we ended up with 100 that, meant something to us, meant something to our family, meant something to our friends, was connected to us in some way. And so each one of them is a true family recipe.
Well, Al, I have, like you said you had a few, but my grandmother's, my mom's, my mother-in-law's handwritten recipes. And I can't, it's a treasure to me. I love looking at their handwriting. And
Yeah.
it's almost like note cards. You hardly get a thank you note in the mail. It comes email now, right? And I just look at that handwriting and I think, oh my gosh, there's so much behind that.
And it's a real love letter, and we didn't really have that. So, we're creating it and, with a pictorial and just a great sense of who we are and who our friends and family are.
Well, you're inspiring me for our grandchildren to like take those recipe cards and put them in a book and maybe write the story next to them
Yeah.
or memories of it. That is very inspirational.
Yeah. I think to your point, Catherine, I think everybody could do that. Everybody should do that because you always assume you've got a lot of time to do these things. And as we all know, we don't.
Right, right. Well, hopefully we have a long time, but like you said,
Well, you never know.
you
You
never
never know.
know. Al, tell us about a few of your very favorites.
Well, I would say my mother's oxtail stew and dumplings, her pineapple upside down cake, my dad's cinnamon buns,
Ooh.
Deborah's mother's potato salad, my son-in-law's father's Italian chicken, um, uh, Deborah's mother's smothered chicken and gravy. Yeah, yeah, I like my bacon waffles. And they're all fairly simple.
Oh, they sound great. Oh, and I can't wait to try the short ribs.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
perfect on a fry on a weekend winter night. There's nothing
yeah, with the
better.
fire in the fireplace.
Yep.
Oh, it's perfect. And recently, I know you turned 70. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
You had a very special guest over. You prepared a meal for Oprah.
Yes, we did, and she did it as a favor. and I did shrimp and lamb chops, and we just sat and talked. It was just the most wonderful conversation over a meal, and just really enjoyed ourselves. It was a true conversation. It was like, where did the time go? Yeah, I
Oh,
think,
that's wonderful.
and it's still one of those pinch me moments.
Did she, is there like a word of wisdom or a couple words of wisdom you can share that she perhaps gave to you?
Yeah,
Is your,
stop reaching out for things. Let things come to you.
oh, that's definitely gonna, turn the brain a bit here.
There you go. Yep.
Uh, well, all right, let's circle back to a very, very important topic. Your newly minted role as Pop Pop.
Yes.
And it just looks like this little baby girl has stolen your heart.
Yeah, no, she's terrific. I mean, if somebody told me if I knew grandkids were this great, I would have had them first. I mean, she's really lovely. And, yeah, I hear people talk about their grandkids. And I was like, oh, yeah, right. And now I'm that person. And it's everything you love about your children without almost none of the responsibility. So, when that little face lights up when they see you, it's like your kids, but just for some reason better.
It is. I agree. I don't think I understood what depth of love and how much my heart could expand to contain all that love for these new people in my life. They
Yeah.
just light up my world. And as a parent, we're so stressed and we're so worried and we want to be perfect and we want to do everything right. And as a grandparent, we can say, well, we've been there and we survived and
Yep.
you're okay.
That's right. And you realize your kid survived, and this little one will do as well and thrive.
Exactly. So, what is the first thing that you have made for Sky, or is that still coming?
No, we've had scrambled eggs, we've had pancakes, yeah, any of that really. He eats everything. So whatever we're having, he eats.
Oh, that's wonderful. So, do you think she's going to be a foodie like her pop pop and her mommy?
Well, certainly she's got her mother's palate. She prefers savory over sweet,
Ooh.
and she tries everything.
Oh, that's marvelous. I three out of the four of our grandchildren have egg allergies.
Oh boy,
So it's really awful and it's been a challenge, but I've come up with recipes that work and are delicious, but it's not easy. So I'm so grateful that you don't all have to worry about
yeah,
that with your baby girl.
at least not yet. So we'll see. Knock on
Yes.
wood.
Yes, knock on wood, because it's not fun at all. Oh, so Al, have you thought about the lessons you want to teach baby Sky and maybe the legacy you want to leave?
Just the same as my mother preached to us: do unto others as you'd have others do unto you, and everything else will follow. It's not really complicated.
Oh, it's wonderful. Al Roker, America's favorite weatherman, pop-up, and author of, with his daughter Courtney Roker Laga, Al Roker's Recipes to Live By, easy memory-making family dishes for every occasion. Thanks for joining me. And Al, a huge welcome to the
Uh,
Grants Club.
oh, thanks so much, Kathy. You have a great evening.
You too, Al. See you in the morning.
Okie doke. Bye bye.
Ciao. Thank you, Al. Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Thanks, Al.
okie doke. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay.